Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name's Justin, this is 65 Drums, and if you want to keep on top of all things electronic drum related, then click that bell and subscribe icon so you don't miss anything. So this is kit number 2 in our viewer spotlight series. So this is where I take drum sets that people who watch 65 Drums have, and we explain the cost of everything, all the different, brands, all the different pieces of gear that went into making that drum set. We kicked this off last week with Ron's drum set. That's this kit right here. If you like this photo and you want to learn more about that drum set, then go watch the video. I've linked it down in the description below. So this is kit number 2. This is Brian's drum set. So if you just glance at this drum set, you might think that it cost Brian a lot of money to get this conversion project done. But in reality, it didn't cost him that much at all. Not $2,000, not $3,000. We're going to get into final prices at the end of the video, but it wasn't that bad at all. Now, he started off with a Roland TD4 drum set. And as you know, these drum sets are okay, but you can only push them so far. So what he did was he took the cymbals from that, he took the drum module from that, and he incorporated it into this drum set right here. So that means he already had the CY8 cymbals, he already had that CY5 cymbal, he bought the CY13 cymbal that you see over there to the left, or to the right, depending on which way you're looking at this drum set. He bought that one separately, but all the other cymbals were actually just cymbals he already had on his TD4 drum set. Now let's take a look at that hi-hat. You might see the CY8 on the hi-hat stand and you're wondering how in the world that works. Well, what he did was he took a CY8 cymbal, he put a piece of hi-hat hardware inside of the cymbal, and then he just put that on top of a Go E-Drum hi-hat controller. Now, if you remember in the previous kit that we highlighted in this series, he did the exact same thing. Ron took a Zildjian L80 and put that on a Go E-Drum hi-hat controller. Those things rock, they're really amazing. And you can turn any electronic cymbal into a hi-hat with a piece of hardware and then a Go E-Drum hi-hat controller, and then you can put that on a hi-hat stand. Now, taking a look at the drum shells, what kind of mesh heads is he using right here? These are Drumtech Design Series mesh heads. He bought a whole set of them for just over $100. And then he also bought a whole set of Drumtech rim silencer rubber rims from them as well. And it cost about the exact same price as the drum heads. And this kind of surprised me because you'd think that mesh heads would be more expensive to make and to sell versus, rubber rims, but apparently they're about the exact same price. So I found that interesting. If you're wondering about the sizes of the drums, it's 10, 12, 14, 14, and 22 inches. Now, a full set of these was about $120, and I believe you have to add shipping on top of that. A lot of people, they just go the route of buying a set of Remo silent stroke heads, and that's okay. But if you want the drums to feel better, feel more fun to play on and more realistic and stuff, then spending a little bit extra money and buying really legit mesh drum heads, then that's the better avenue to go. So those are the mesh heads that he's using, but what kind of drum triggers does he have on the inside of those drum shells? He bought a partial set of Intrig triggers from Trigera. That is a tongue twister if I've ever heard one in my life. Now, this is a well-known drum trigger brand. A lot of people use them. They're actually famous for this China cymbal that a lot of electronic drummers use. And yeah, they also make drum triggers as well, Trigera. The most interesting product that they have has got to be this triggered kick drum beater. It's literally a kick drum beater, except that it has a plug on the side of it, and you have to plug in a cable to it. It's the most interesting kick drum trigger I've ever seen in my life. So that's what sticks out in my mind when I think of that brand. So he bought a full set of those for the snare and the toms, but for his kick drum, he decided to go with Roland, and he bought a Roland R230K trigger. So turning our attention back to the drum module for a second, again, he's using a Roland TD4 drum module. By the way, you can buy these on eBay right now. I literally saw one for $90. They're really not that bad at all. You can find them for dirt cheap. Now he's got this mounted on his hi-hat stand, and that's really cool, especially with a lightweight module like a TD4. You can put that on a hi-hat stand without the fear of it tipping over. So he's got that mounted on there. He actually bought a module arm mount for only about $36. And he's using this running to a laptop. He's not actually using the Roland TD4 sounds at all. He's got a USB to MIDI interface cable adapter that's 6 feet long that runs over to that laptop, and he's actually running EasyDrummer 2. So Brian was kind enough to make a price breakdown, and here it is right here. Now this only includes the parts that he had to buy. He already had the cymbals, obviously from his Roland TD4 drum set. He already had the drum module, and he had this Yamaha drum shell and hardware setup lying around. So this is only the stuff he had to buy to convert it into an electronic drum set. And as you can see, if you use the parts and pieces that you have lying around already, you can get this entire setup done for $914. Of course, this is assuming you have a cheap acoustic drum set lying around. The great thing about buying acoustic drum shells is that you don't have to buy them based on the tone that they produce. You just have to buy ones that don't look crappy. They don't need to be made of the nicest maple wood and all that stuff. You can go find them on like Craigslist or the Facebook selling feature now. You can go find them for like $300. And then you can spend $900 to get all these components. And then of course we'd have to add on the prices of those cymbals. Each one of those cymbals are only running at about $90 a piece, so those aren't very expensive. And then of course you had to add the price of the drum module, which would be another $90. So this puts them just a little bit over $1,100 or so. Let me do the math here. Actually, let me make Siri do the math. Hey Siri, what's $914 plus $90 plus $90 plus $90 plus $90?
The answer is $1,274 US.
So this cost them just under $1,300 to do. And then of course you'd probably have to add the price of a shell pack. So if you go on eBay or if you go on Craigslist, you might find them for $300, you might find them for $150. Just depends on what you're willing to spend and how ratty of a set of drum shells you want to buy. This set looks really nice. The cool thing is a lot of us already have an old electronic drum set that maybe we don't like anymore, but we can take that and make it into something that's so much better. It gives us a head start. It literally can save you $500 because you don't have to buy the cymbals, you don't have to buy the drum module, you have all that. You just got to buy the triggers, the mesh heads, and some other odds and ends. Let's take a look at a price breakdown and see all of what he bought right here. So you got Easy Drummer for $107, you got the drum triggers for $160, the Drum Tech mesh heads, and the rubber rims for about $120 each. You got the Go E-Drum hi-hat controller for $60, that 13-inch 3-zone ride cymbal from Roland for about $145. Unfortunately, even on the used market, nice electronic cymbals, they always cost you money. You can always buy a giant 16-inch ride cymbal from some other company, and it will probably break sooner. So it's usually better to spend good money on your cymbals, and that's what he did here. And then he bought a cymbal parts set pack for about $17. This is that rotation stopper that goes underneath the cymbal. Sometimes when you buy stuff like ride cymbal from eBay, they don't always come with the little parts and pieces that you might need, so you have to spend an extra $20 to buy that sort of stuff. So rounding off the list, we have additional cables for $15, a MIDI coupler for $4, a USB to MIDI interface cable adapter for $10, and we have a drum module mount arm for about $36. So that total is $914. And if you bought, the extra cymbals and stuff, and if you bought drum shells on top of that for, I don't know, $150 or $300, that would bring your total, if you started from scratch, if you didn't have a single drum in your house and you went this route, that would cost you about $1,500. That's a legit price breakdown of what it costs to turn an acoustic drum set into electronic. And because he went the drum software route and he's not using the internal sounds on his module, he's taking a $90 drum module that you can buy on eBay right now. He's turning that module into something that sounds better than my Roland TD30. So, really cool kit. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. By the way, if you want to get included in one of these videos, if you want your kit to be featured, let me know on Facebook, my 65 Drums Facebook page. That's the best way to reach me and send photos of your kit. I can't promise your drum set will be featured, but if you do get featured, I'll need at least 15 photos of your kits, and I'll need a price breakdown of every single piece of gear that you got that went into making that drum set. Again, special thanks to Brian. Thank you so much for letting us take a look at your kit and what it costs to do all this. We really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below if you want me to continue this series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.